are giving you the opportunity to become the next great podcaster. Compete for a year-long contract worth $100,000 with Podcast One, the biggest podcast network in the business. If you have an existing podcast or you're looking to start your own, Self-Made is for you. Open submissions are happening now through September 3rd. Go to launchpad1.com/selfmade to learn more. See official rules and sign up for your chance to win. That's launchpad.com/selfmade.
Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jenn podcast, brought to you by CBG Airport. Start your trip at cbgairport.com.
John is looking for a second date update with Demi. Hey, John, how are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going great.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking. So let's talk about Demi. How'd you two meet? How'd the first date go?
Well, we met on Tinder, and first thing I have to tell you is that she is super hot. And I'm kind of disappointed right now because I really thought this was going to become a thing. So here's the story of kind of how we met up. I've got a nice pool at my complex. So I made a batch of margaritas, and she just kind of came over and hung out. And, you know, it was just going to be a pool date. And I'm telling you, like, the moment we saw each other, it was completely instant attraction. And
Mutual?
I mean, I certainly felt that way because I could tell by the way that, she rubbed some sunscreen on my back, and she was like, kind of did it like, you know, in a way that
girls have a way to rub oils and lotions, don't we?
It certainly felt that way to me. And then she asked me to do her, and then, you know, she kind of arched her back, and I was kind of like, whoa, like I'm thinking like, this girl's into me. And so we just hung out at the pool for, I don't know, like a couple hours, and then we went back to my place. And by that time, let's just put it this way, the margaritas were finished. Mm-hmm. So we were pretty drunk, and it didn't take long for the bathing suits to come off. And I mean, what can I say? We had a really nice time of it, and it was like at least like 4 hours that we spent together, just kind of getting to know each other, if you know what I mean. And then she left, and I told her, hey, I had a great time. And she's like, oh, me too. And I'm like, I'll call you later. And she's like, okay. And then she took off, and that was last weekend. And a couple days later, I called her, and she didn't answer me back. So then I just texted her, and it's been complete radio silence. So, I was just, you know, I was telling one of my buddies about her, and one of them told me that I should call you guys. So Here I am.
That's so
I'm
weird.
calling you guys.
It sounds like a fun date.
Totally.
It's an interesting date, you know? I think you have to have a very certain type of personality to make your first date, your first meeting somebody and get to know them damn near naked, you know, in a bathing suit sitting by a pool.
With some Margs.
Right.
But John did say that Demi is super hot, so she's probably very confident in the way that she looks. And
would have to be, yeah.
If the attraction was mutual, boy, that does sound like a fun date. But I don't know. Let's talk about how you met. You met her on Tinder. Is she just looking for an occasional hookup, do you think?
Yeah, pool, booze, and a good screw.
She may still resurface.
I mean, I get that, but I mean, I just felt like there was more to it in the moment. It just being like a Tinder hookup kind of situation. I mean, I could see it that maybe that's what it would have been, but you know, just the fact that we were hanging out for like 7 hours is just like, and we had a really good time, and like, so that's why I'm just really confused because I mean, I did not expect to be ghosted on this situation at all.
Yeah.
And just to recap at the end there, it still felt pretty good to you because you told her, hey, this was awesome. I had a great time. And she said, me too. And then you said, can I call you later? And she said, okay. Or I'll call you later. And she said, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like, yeah, let's do this again, like soon.
Right. And so you did. You called her, texted her a couple days later, and nothing.
Nada. And I don't want to, you know, get too crazy and like be calling her a bunch. So figured you guys could do it. Maybe that would at least get me some answers.
Sure. All right, let's call her up.
Hello?
Hi, is this Demi?
Yes, who's this?
Hi there, it's Jeff and Jenn at Q102 Radio. How are you this morning?
Oh, wow, Jeff and Jenn?
Yeah, are you familiar?
Hi.
Yeah.
Great.
What is this about?
Well, we do second date update here on the regular, and your numbers come up. Someone called us about you and had nothing but positive things to say. So I don't want you to feel like this is an ambush. I mean, in a way, it kind of is because we're putting you on the spot. But we'd really like to know your thoughts on John, who you met on Tinder and spent a little time poolside with.
Oh, God. Oh, God, that guy.
Now, I have to say I'm really surprised because, according to him, you spent like 7 hours over there.
Yeah, and that's all it should have been. He was such a trip. Like, you know, I knew where the date was heading within 10 minutes of us sitting by the pool. Like, he's not good at playing it cool. He is just one of those guys that, you know, you catch staring at your boobs, and he doesn't even try to hide it. So I thought,
it's funny. He didn't say that, but he did say, like, the first thing out of his mouth when describing you is, "She is hot."
I mean, that's great, but it's like, whatever, you know? So, I mean, I'm kind of used to that.
We figured.
And, you know, I kind of wore a skimpy bathing suit, like, on purpose, you know, and I definitely went over there with intentions, which is fine.
Fully knowing what was going to go down.
Yeah. So there's no problem with that. But he said something after we hooked up that just didn't sit right with me, and just like the current climate.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, current climate.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
Like,
what did he say?
I mean, I'm not super political, but certain things, you know, obviously kind of make me uncomfortable. So as I was getting ready to leave, he said, this is so weird. He was like, "We need to breed to keep the Aryan nation going."
Huh?
I was like, what? Like,
wait a minute. Sorry. What did he say?
We need to breed to keep the Aryan nation going.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. What?
I mean, I assume because we're both blonde with blue eyes, but it came out of nowhere.
So you think he was just trying to be funny?
Maybe, but it wasn't. And honestly, it made me uncomfortable. And it just, like, the timing was weird. And it was just, I didn't like it. John,
you want to weigh in here? What was that about?
I mean, it was just kind of a joke. I mean, I was just kind of playing around. I mean, I really was just saying, like, that we're both, like, good-looking people and we're both hot and we'd make really beautiful babies.
Well, you could have just said that.
Yeah. Could have left the easy part out of it.
Yeah. But this is why I want to be very clear here, John, give you a chance to set the record straight, because this was a real thing in this country at one time, and remnants of that are still around. So let's be clear. You're saying you're not a member of Aryan Nations, not affiliated with the group in any way?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I got to ask. It's a legit question, dude.
I'm not, like, that kind of person. I really am not. Like, I was just kind of, it was more about just us being, like, kind of both blonde and blue-eyed. I'm, you know, just that, like, that's kind of a recessive gene, I guess, is, you know, but poor choice of words. And I really didn't mean it the way it came out in the way that you're thinking of it, you know?
That's fine. It doesn't change how I feel. So, I mean, it was a hookup anyway, so.
Okay.
Was that part of it pretty good?
It was decent.
Okay. Well, that was honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of weird to me, but, you know, plenty of other fish in the sea.
True.
Yeah.
Well, Demi, thank you for coming on and clearing that up for us.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Good luck to you, John.
Hey, thank you.
Okay.
John didn't pay much attention in history class.
I guess.
Well, some people, all they walk away with is Aryan Nation or blonde hair, blue eyed people, and that's all they pick up on, and that's all they remember.
That might be.
They don't necessarily understand the association that goes with it.
All right. Okay. So if we can do a second date update for you, shoot us an email, Jeff and Jenn. Jeff and Jenn at WKRQ.com.